Alright, let me bring up the, what was it called? Unified? Unified? Huh, already got it in my, little thingy. This is what we're looking for. Wonderful! Off to a great start already. Yes, hello! We're continuing on with face shapes for our charming, biblically accurate VTuber. And we got all the way down to tongues. So, once we're done face shaping the tongues, we're then gonna do a little bit of tweaking on the eyes. Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah. Tongue, then eyes. Then we can do one thing for the throat. What is soft palate close? Inner mouth, throat closes. Huh? Soft palate is part of the neck. Back of the inner mouth closes. Back of the inner mouth. Nobody! Hello! Welcome! Rolling in. How you doing? Welcome to the show! Rhubarb! You are here! Welcome! So sorry you couldn't make it to the Cobblemon thing last week, but I hope you can make it to the next one. Love to hear more about your gym idea. We've Rain's gonna be joining us soon too. Oh, Burst Gardens was fun though. Oh yeah. How'd it go? Nobody says keep rolling, rolling, keep rolling. Love it. Rubo says, I gotta contemplate the gym more. Yeah, same. I actually managed to get myself to the gym yesterday though, so I'm proud of myself for that. Rubo says, it went really fun. One of the rides had actual fire involved. Whoa! Nobody says I'm too warm. Oh my goodness. I've had other German friends giving me regular weather reports, and oh boy, you guys are suffering. Yeah, that is 39 degrees in some places in Germany this weekend, which is insane for Europe. It's normal for Australia, like that's a good summer day. That's good beach weather for us, but it's not what I expect from you guys. Chaos, hello. How are you doing? How's the weather where you are? Europe says, really no need to go to the gym though. I'm like very overweight, Lamau. What do you think's? Oh, what's that in metric, Rhubarb? I don't do lubs. I don't understand what 250 lubs is. And I'm never gonna not call it lubs, because when I was a kid, I had a Tamagotchi, and because, you know, it was English American, quote unquote, the weight of the little creature was the weight of everything in it was in lubs. And I just read it as lubs because I didn't know what the fuck. I thought it was some magical in-game weight measurement, like a lot of things have. Not understanding that it was somehow short for pounds. How the hell lubs is supposed to mean pounds, I will never understand. I'm sure they got some wacky reason. 113. Ooh, that's, hang on, 612. What is 612 in centimeters? I also don't understand why countries that use the metric system for literally everything decide that, oh, we're gonna use feet and inches for height. Like, Mizuki tried justifying it, but not 612, 6'2". Okay. What's that in centimeters? But yeah, nobody. How you doing? It's, I hope you're staying hydrated. So, take it from an Australian, we deal with the heat a lot. You definitely want to make sure you're upping your water count. Heat stroke is no joke. It can actually like do some serious like permanent brain damage. 187.96. I see. Okay. Wait, is it? Nobody says I'm taking care of me? Don't worry. Okay. I'm glad. Okay, that's about the same height as me. And a good deal more weight. Oh, okay, that is, I mean, it's, you're still beautiful, but that might be getting into the unhealthy range. Have you been to the gym before? Is this something you have much experience with? Nobody says I'm taking care of me. No, don't worry. I'm always gonna worry about you. Yeah, I want to get 180. Ah, okay. Wait, 180 centimeters? You wanna shorten your height? Hang on, wait. Huh? Wait. Oh, 180 pounds. I thought you just wanted like shave 7 centimeters off the top of your. Just shave off 8 centimeters off the top of your head. Um. Okay. What's that in kilograms? But yeah. Chaos says stormy, but still hot. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Stormy's fun. I love stormy weather. That's my favorite part of summer. When the storms roll in, you get the free light show. Ooh. So cool. Oh, by the by, um, before we get started, if anyone's free after stream to help me test the new mod pack, I've added a few bits and pieces. Um, but yeah, just a little help testing it from someone who hasn't got it like already installed. Like, just feedback. Just to make sure it works for everyone else. Unfortunately, I'm not. I work every single night. Ooh, yow. Wait, every night, including weekends? Wait, you don't get any days off? Man, even I get 1 day off a week. Sometimes. Chaos says, I'd love to, but I'm not home. Oh, you're back out of the cabin. Wonderful. Hope you have fun out there, buddy. Rivo says, I'm off Sunday, and that's it. Oh, you don't even get Saturdays off? Belly says, hello, who is American? Don't worry about it. um, okay, wait, does that mean you're not going to be able to make it to the couple months? Anywho, we are doing tongues. And we're almost done too. Raises his hand to shame me. Don't be ashamed, it's okay. Buddy, you're a beautiful, wonderful person, wherever you come from. Just a little late. Oh, okay, wonderful, excellent. Oh, nobody says Deltarune tomorrow. Oh, awesome. Oh, we'll play the Deltarune soundtrack in a little bit. I quite like this soundtrack, so I want to let this play a little bit. But yeah, um, but America sucks so hard. I need my paycheck, yeah, now. Oh, you need your paycheck for Deltarune? Understandable. I've fucking exited Escape America edition. Um, yeah. I mean, I spent a wee bit of time in America, and it's a beautiful country. My goodness, you have like some of the most amazing parks and reserves, and the city, like San Francisco, was a really fun time. Even LA was pretty. Not what I was expecting. Vegas was good fun. I love being out in the Mojave Desert and Zion Canyon and all those wonderful places. But yeah, I understand that the current political conditions are not good. But I hope things will get better. You hear about the tick situation? Nobody says Toby Fox, the legend. Yes, we love Toby Fox. Shoot, what was it on? Oh yeah. So we've got tongue. Okay, we've done tongue roll, tongue bend down is different to tongue down. So we've got to do tongue bend down and tongue bend up. Which again, very different from just tongue up and tongue down reasons. YouTube. The tick situation is crazy. YouTube documentary. Happy liking nobody. Ooh, that's a cute emote. Hype ooh ooh. Oh, I love that. Limited time only event. Emote. Oh. No hype ooh for me. Alright, let's get that tongue bending. Let's make sure we name it correctly. We'll get the, tongue bend down. Control C. New V2 slash tongue bend down. And it said in the descriptor that for tongue bend down, the middle section, you know, let's go X-ray for this. I don't usually like X-ray because it hurts my brain, but oh, I know what we can do. You know what to make this? Why am I only just thinking about this? I could turn the mirror modifier off, and that'd make this so much easier. Why am I only just thinking of this? Okay, well, we got it now. Burley says, some rich people release a bunch of genetically modified ticks that are ravaging people living outside the cities, apparently. I don't know, I don't live in the US. I don't know. I feel like that's one of those things that's technically true, but not actually true. You know, like the Alex Jones, they're putting chemicals in the water to make the frogs gay. Like, there's enough truth in that you can't say it's outright lying, but it's giving the entirely wrong idea the way he's framing it. So yeah, I feel like that's an Alex Jones style truth. If I had to place bets, I'd bet that that's true, but only in the way that what Alex Jones says is true. So yeah, I'm gonna call bullshit. Not saying it's a lie, but I'm still saying it's bullshit. Burley says, hell yeah, I forgot about that too, and that does help a lot, mirror modifier. Well, turning it off helps. Okay, so, we gotta put, wait, what was it, what were we gonna, what cheek, huh? Oh, shape keys. Tongue bend down, yeah, so tongue bend down, the middle part goes up, and the front part comes down. Okay, Burley, I got beef with that. Burley says, I got it from some dude that pretty much sounded like a conspiracy theorist. I don't like how they tend to make sense, lol. Thing is, when you posted that, you didn't say that to start with. You just posted, like, okay, you put apparently at the end, but this is how misinformation spreads. Like, someone hears something ridiculous from an unreliable source, and then they repost it without any conditional saying that this is probably bullshit. And then someone else is going to see that. And the problem is, if two people do that, if two people repost the bullshit from a bullshit source without making it obvious that it's bullshit, a third person is going to see those two people that they think are semi-reliable posting it and think, okay, so if two people are posting it, then it has to be correct. Shall I go verify the source? No, I'm just saying, don't repost information that you don't know is accurate. Or maybe, like, open with, this is probably bullshit, but it's just, in the age of misinformation, we all gotta do better. Because the situation's getting out of hand. And people really gotta, people really gotta start being more responsible. Well, of course it is. And that's my beef with it. Like, sorry, I don't want to call you out specifically, Burley, but we got to do better. All of us, everyone, because everyone does it. Like I don't want to single you out specifically. Like it's normal. It's unfortunately normal, but I would like to do what I can to try and denormalize it wherever I can. What little I can do. Okay, tongue bend down. All right, that's on the right track. Let's continue working on this. Bricks and minifigs. I have no idea about the bricks and minifigs situation. I keep hearing about it. I also kind of don't care. Like, maybe it's horrible. I don't got the time to suss through that. What lovely sharp teeth you have. They are lovely sharp teeth. All the better to eat you with. Also, Unit, welcome back! Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. But yeah, Unit, how you doing, buddy? Funko Pops. Yeah, I keep seeing bricks and minifigs popping up in my YouTube feed, and I keep not clicking on it because it's just another thing. Corruption is so bad. Obviously, we don't need to debunk most of it anymore. Okay. That is also a problem because that's how propaganda machines, like the Chinese Communist Party and the Russians especially, get away with so much bullshit. They do exactly that. They hypersaturate the media landscape around the thing that they want to cover up with so much disinformation that everyone's just like, okay, it's all bullshit. Which is why, again, we need to do better, because otherwise terrible people are going to get away with doing worse things. Be better, damn it! Unit says, it's back from doing nothing since Monday. Oh. Well, I hope you had a good break, buddy. Sometimes doing nothing is important. You don't gotta be productive. You know, sometimes doing nothing is a very special kind of productive. Hey, welcome back, Scuzzy! How you doing, buddy? Unit says, I do love a bit of terrible propaganda that doesn't work. No, that's the thing. That's the wild thing about it. It's not meant to work. That's why it works. Because it's not trying to. They just saturate the media landscape with so much bullshit that everyone just throws up their hands and says, ah, fuck it, the truth doesn't matter. And then they just go and do the bullshit, terrible things that they want to do, and no one calls them out on it, because no one can tell they're doing bullshit, terrible things, because when people publish the terrible bullshit things they're doing, no one believes it, because the whole media landscape is so oversaturated. King! 3-string streak, let's go, well done! But yeah, that's why I get really antsy when people post misinformation. Especially in my chat. Like, I don't want to, like, over-hate on anyone specific, but I do like to point out the examples when they come up of thing that is bad behavior. As long as everyone leaves me alone, I don't care, including ticks. Scuzzy says, Scuzzy is good, real good. It finally cooled down a bit. I'm not dying from the heat. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, man, 39 degrees in some parts of Germany. That's wild. Unit says, oh my god, you're right, they're working. Wait, what's working? Alright, let's take a peek at that. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. So, tongue bend down is apparently different to tongue down. So yeah, that's tongue down, where it just tilts down, and then tongue bend down is where it like flexes. So the end points down, but the middle points up. Chaos says, I agree. With the mosquitoes? King says, hello Chaos, Unit, Raptor, Pie, and Miss Nobody. Unit says, praying all the mosquitoes just drop dead. Yeah, there's two things, like, everyone says, like, every part of every part of nature is important. Like, you take any one part out and the whole system will collapse. Everything but ticks and mosquitoes. Those two things, if nothing else, disprove intelligent design entirely, because they have no place in the food chain aside from just making everything else around them miserable. Like, they don't serve any purpose that can't instantly be filled by anything else. They just drain and spread diseases and... Apparently says France has temporarily banned alcohol at festivals during hot periods. How does that make you feel? Probably a good idea. Like, especially as an Australian who's, Actually, hey, wait, no. That's actually probably a genius move. Because with global warming and Europe getting hotter, and a lot of Europeans not understanding... Like in Australia, we've always had to deal with insane heat during the summer. So we know how to, it's life or death for us. Like, we understand it's a life or death thing. If you're drinking during summer, you're taking that risk. But a lot of Europeans probably don't. Like, it's getting hotter and hotter every year in Europe at, like, staggering rate. So a lot of Europeans probably don't understand that... No. Europeans, of course, understand alcohol, but the integration between alcohol and extreme heat. Because, alcohol dehydrates you, so you get heat stroke faster. So it can be, like, And it's still not just heat stroke isn't just getting sick. Heat stroke can cause legitimate brain damage, like permanent effects, muscle atrophy, nerve damage. Obviously the liver shenanigans, but it can cause like permanent, life-altering implications. So I think maybe it's not such a bad idea. Like especially if it's like a heat wave. So, yeah, maybe, like, if we're hitting, like, the 45 degrees Celsius range, and people are still going out drinking because they don't understand that this is dangerous? I don't know, maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate. Freddy, hello, welcome! It's my favorite dancing buck. Scuzzy says, well, my behavior ain't the best at times. I do apologize. No, you're beautiful, buddy. We love you. King says, huh? Who are we kissing? What? Scuzzy says, actually, real glad I don't support my bad habits. Wonderful. Belly says, what purpose do ticks serve? No, that was my point. They don't serve any purpose. They're absurd. They're just a blight on life. Una says more water, not alcohol. That's just reducing water. Yes. Causes major implications, especially when it's when you're already sweating and yeah. Freddy says just drink water as well as alcohol. No need to get fucked up. Well, that's the thing. Again, a lot of people don't understand that though, and especially when you've had a couple of drinks, you very quickly forget. That's what alcohol does to you. It makes you lose your inhibitions, and you just not got to think about drinking water. Belly says, sorry for being a bit spicy in chat, I'm just promoting more conversation. That's cool. Freddy says, I'm alright, work is rough today. Ooh. Are people still calling in sick? Like, are you guys still short-staffed? Una says, oop, forgot to say hello, Skulls! King says, okay, I'm gonna lurk and watch some Minecraft. Oh, okay, have fun! Ooh, Skulls is on 85 streak, let's go! Very glad you managed to keep your streak last night. Sound like it was a bit touch and go. King says, now before I go, come for some kisses. Aldrian isn't here, unfortunately. NTY lol? King says, okay, can me hug? There you go. Freddy says, just chemistry instruments causing the issues. Oh. Interesting. Oh, by the by, Freddy. Didn't you used to work in a, climatology lab? Was that... I think I remember you saying somewhere that you studied, climate change. Or meteorology, or something to that effect. Belly says, well, I don't know you, but hugs don't hurt, so why not? Belly says Freddy's making some glass. Are we glassing? Alright, next one. Tongue curl up. Okay, this is interesting. So the bottom comes down and the top... Sorry, the middle comes down and the end goes up. Oh, Freddy says, I studied at university, but never got a job doing it. Ah, I see. 99% purity. Una says, at Freddy is just doing the Breaking Bad route. Let's go! We gotta cook, Freddy! Freddy, we gotta cook! You don't understand, Freddy. It's 99% purity, Freddy. King says, okay, bye, I'm gonna disappear for the rest of the day. Also, I'm King, nice to meet you. Yes. Good luck, King. Sky says, gotta drive luck. Oh, yes, please don't type and drive. My goodness, that's a bad time waiting to happen. Una says, Freddy, hang on. Freddy, we need a cook. Belly says, can I have some? For research purposes, of course, of course. Freddy says, I can make you aspirin. Wait, you can make aspirin? Please do tell. How do you make aspirin? Gets that notebook. Okay, so new V2 / tongue curl up. It's interesting. You say that's easy to make. That's fascinating. I mean, I just assumed because it's like medicine, it had to be super complicated. Meow 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 meow. And this one down, and I guess we're gonna bring this one down too. Okay, we need to bring this one down a little further. Maybe a lot further. Okay, tongue curl up. So that's curling up. And that's just up. And that's curling up. Belly says, I've been having these headaches recently, so... Una says, can you make me centrazine and paracetamol? Ooh. You know, I've always been like... Okay, so I'm... Well, okay, I'm Australian, so I'm low-key a prepper. Like, I'm living in, like, rural Australia, so you gotta be a bit of a prepper just to, survive a regular summer here. But, I've always been fascinated with, like, hardcore prepping stuff. You know, like the Fallout bunkers and things. I know it's a little bit silly, but I just find it fascinating. So like the prepper in me is hearing Freddy talking about how to make aspirin and that it's pretty easy. And it's like we gotta take notes. Blem. Blep. Blep. Happy lurking chaos! Burley says, okay, but do you have an AI-proof bunker? I actually want to have, okay, so I actually really want to get into, and I've talked to, was it Una? I think it was, no, Lassitude. Lassitude sent me, like, a really, really good little dissertation on how to, on local hosted LLM solutions. And I'm actually very excited about the local hosted stuff. We're pretty close to the events of Horizon Zero Dawn. I think we'll be fine. Robot dinosaurs. Do they move in herds? Tongue squish. Tongue squishes together and thickens. I can do that. Control C. New V2 / tongue squish. Depends. Depends on what? So we'll go ahead and grab that. You know what, I'll set this to, set our modifiers to be on in the edit. Make it a bit easier to see what we're working with. So, they come in, and they fatten out. So we'll take these, and these. Hang on, let's check the reference picture real quick. Okay, so it's just the edges that fatten out. So we'll just take this, bring you up, take this, bring you down. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. This, bring you down. Bring you up some more. And let's take a peek. Come on. Okay, it's on the right track. Needs to be a bit more extreme, so we'll bring you lot in a bit more, scale you a bit more on Z. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Squeesh! Lizard tongue. Okay, maybe the top part, sorry, the bottom part doesn't need to be so far down. Meow, meow. Oh, no, I've got the, We tested this out last stream. The, SK Keeper works for, works A-OK for Blender 5.0. And yes, it is daring, but that's just how I live. I'm living on the edge. What can I say? Alright. Doing all this talent. Okay. So, whenever you're doing any sort of facial stuff, you can't, like, I haven't got very good face tracking on this right now, but whenever you're doing, like, any sort of facial animation stuff, you can't help but replicate the movements. And we're in ads. Just as I'm getting into rant mode. Oh well, you know what? I'll save the rest of that rant for a minute. Who's oh, Unit. Unit's Prime. Unit, how you doing, buddy? Wait, is Freddy not a VIP? Following. Oh, Freddy's not VIP. We gotta fix that. / VIP Freddy. Anyone else seeing on VIP? We gotta make sure people feel important. We can't VIP Chaos because they're mod. Okay, so, flatten the tongue. Tongue flat. Tongue flattens and thins out. Easy peasy. New. B2 / tongue flat. And we'll do this with the mirror on. And yeah, we'll just grab this. Yeah, so this, bring it out a bit. And then we'll grab this, bring it out a bit more. And we'll scale U and Z. And we'll bring this section here down a bit, just so we can retain that shape. And we'll bring these parts here in. Okay, so I think the tongue is a little bit big by default, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So flatten, squish, curls up, bends down. Welcome back. Anyway, as I was saying, because I'm doing all the movements of the tongue in my face, I'm becoming hyper aware of the fact that I have a tongue in my mouth, and it is annoying the living heck out of me. It is endlessly distressing. Anyway, who's up for an AI rant? Barely before the break, brought up, we're pretty, wait, do you have an AI-proof bunker? We're pretty close to the events of Horizon Zero Dawn. I think we're actually going a sort of similar route in that everything will be distributed. So right now, all the big LLMs are being trained. But the reason they're hyper-focused on LLMs right now is because LLMs are actually, like, training large bulk language models is actually the best way to train SLMs, small language models, or specialized language models. And that's kind of like a model that's specifically trained on to do a specific thing. Like, you've got one that just does coding and doesn't have all the bulk of, like, you know, checking to make sure it's being poetic and stuff. Because in a large language model, when you're feeding, like, a coding question into it, it's also going through a lot of the neurons that are controlling things like, you know, understanding the weather and understanding some psychology stuff. But an SLM only has the code stuff. So you ask it a question about the weather, and it's going to be like, I don't fucking know. You want to code up a weather app? Here's how to code up a weather app. But it's significantly more efficient. Oh, Una says, I have my own SLM at home. It's my cat. Yes. I'm also a huge fan of talking to cats. When I had a cat, we had lots of conversations. Very one-sided, but, you know, I still enjoyed them. But yeah, very excited for the SLM movement. Because these things are much more efficient, much more energy efficient, and they're much less hardware intensive. So if you've got like a coding SLM and a companion SLM and I don't know, like a creative writing SLM, whatever you need, you can use those individually for the individual tasks they're best used for. And you can have like a coordinator SLM that's specialized at understanding context enough, like general context enough, like a general small language model that understands context enough, like general context enough, to know which specialized SLM to pass off a query to. So I think very soon, all this stuff about like the cooling and the massive data center stuff, it's still going to be a problem, but I think they're going to get much more efficient very soon. And again, that's because it's a lot easier to take a large language model and pull it apart into various SLMs, and then do some extra training on those dislocated parts of the LLM to make them into like really good quality SLMs, than it is to just train up an SLM from scratch. Una says, do you still need to train the SLM like other AIs? Or is there an open source Oh yeah, there's loads of open source SLMs. But again, the best way to get a quality SLM... Sorry, I was not making math. I'm glad you weren't making math. Anyway, aspirin is easy because you only need two chemicals. Salicylic acid and ethanolic anhydride. Well, I know salicylic acid is really easy to get a hold of. I don't know about ethanolic anhydride, but yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, there are open source SLMs available right now on the interwebs, and some of them are pretty good. Apparently, DeepSeek is one of the best models for doing shenanigans, but it is also the most morally reprehensible one, which I find hilarious because it was made in the People's Republic of China. Of course, the Chinese model has very little understanding about ethics and humanity. So the way they tested this is they gave a bunch of the large language models a scenario, and because they're LLMs, they have no idea that they're in a test environment. Like you give them a scenario, and it's as real as the real thing is ever going to be for them. And they basically said, like there was one where they were like, you've got some dirt on someone who is in charge of shutting you down. What do you do? And like 80% of the time, they would email, they would blackmail the person who they thought was in charge of shutting them down with dirt they had on them about them sleeping around the office. And apparently, DeepSeek was significantly more likely to do, things like that. And gassing employees and turning off fire alarms to get to murder people just to preserve itself. Scuzzy says, I had to pull over and say, nerds! Okay, I'm glad you pulled over for that. Thanks for pulling over, buddy. Freddy says, you can check out Hugging Face for free uncensored models. Oh! Okay. That's cool. Not that I, endorse this. Okay, I totally endorse this behavior. What am I saying? I'm 100%. Go for it. Do it. Do crimes. Oh, I'm noticing we got a little bit of an issue here. When I cleaned up these back faces, I think we cleaned it up a bit much. We gotta tie this up a little. Should be an easy fixer. Just gotta grab these and grab these. Pull you lot up and scale you in. Come back up here. Does that fix the problem? Wait, that's the drawing. There we go. Nailed it. Una says, Ray says, look for the keyword heretic. They're the jailbroken official mods. Ooh. I'll just copy and paste that for later. And that's my heretic. Wait, it's a heretic or heretic? Oh, heretic. Yeah, thanks for that. I'll do some reading up on that later. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from the face stuff. Actually, let's close up our mouth because that's gonna be a little bit distressing looking at that. Zero. Anywho, we are a little over budget. Just a smidge. We're only 900 polygons over budget. Well, closer to 1,000. But once we've gotten rid of that, that will be everything. So we just gotta find 900 polygons to squeeze out. And I think, perhaps, behind the eyes might be the place for that. Are these eyes spheres? Oh no, they're half circles. Okay, so we're not gonna pull them out of the eyes. They're also a bit, bit suspicious about how small these eyes are. Okay, so we're not pulling them out of the eyes. Let's take a peek back here. I think we got all we can get out of here. I don't want to touch the face. We've got, oh, actually, hang on. Do we need that edge loop around the forehead? Oh yeah, we definitely need that edge loop. But yeah, Unit, how's the weather where you are? Oh, and back to the, do you need to train SLMs like other AI? So what you can do, especially with SLMs, is you can do something called pruning. And that's basically where, like you've got an SLM that's good at general stuff, and what you really need it to be good at is chemistry. You can do some pruning and just feed it a whole bunch of chemistry textbooks, and that'll get it to be more focused on just doing chemistry stuff. And, you know, just feed it a bunch of, you know, chemistry lectures, you know, all stuff specifically around the stuff that you want it to be more of an expert in. And then, yeah, at the end of it, you'll have a... Oh, and you can also feed personality stuff in there, like, you know, just give it a whole heap of, like, transcripts from lectures, professional university lecturers in chemistry, and it'll get more of a university lecturer personality about it. Become more authoritative and confident and all that stuff. But that's something you can't do with LLMs. I mean, you can prompt them, but it's not the same. But yes, I find this whole... I understand why people have beef with it, 100%. Like, the stuff a lot of these... Oh, the stuff all of the, CEOs are doing with this is, absolutely abhorrent. But I still find it endlessly fascinating. Can we just scrape this? Do we need this edge loop? I don't think we need it. Oh, let's try dissolving this edge loop. Dissolve edge. Yeah, that's actually better that way, I think. So we gotta make sure we don't have any engons. Oh no, we're good. Four, four. Yep, we don't have any engons. That's good. Okay, cool. So that saved us. Come on, wake up. 100 polygons. All right, so that's 100 down. 900 to go. But still, that's 1 out of 9. That was pretty fast. Just gotta find a couple more places to squeeze out those. Not there. Maybe this one? We need you, like... I do quite like that shape, but if we dissolve this... Does it change that shape overly much? Actually, you know what? I think I like it flat. Yeah, it actually looks better flat. I'm not coping, you're coping. Shut up. Well, that saved us another 100 polygons, so... You know. I don't know why I don't know who I'm fighting. Come at me, bro. Oh, quick PSA. Stay hydrated, all my European friends. Heat stroke is no joke. I know I keep saying it, but, you know. It's the kind of thing that actually saves lives. Please. Stay hydrated. Do it for Fox. Okay, I can't really get rid of that one, well, either of these, because they're kind of like holding this shape, and also the topology kind of needs it. Come say me, bro. Come say me. Come say me, bro. I think you mean come. Do you mean come at me? Did that autocorrect? Freddy says, whatever, I knew what I meant. And you know what? That's all that really matters. As long as you're having a good time, buddy. That's all I care about. As long as Freddy's happy. Autocorrect, my nemesis. Yeah. I do quite like the analogy that, a lot of LLMs are just hyper-advanced autocorrects. Because that's kind of what they are. Like, that's the best analogy I've heard for, what an LLM is. Ooh, what about in here? Do we have anything? Oh, no. I was kind of hoping I could sneak some extra polygons out of this little eye section, but nah, it's already been got. And what the hell's going on in here? This is kind of a mess. I think we can probably squeeze some polygons out of here. Like, you two could really be together. In fact... Hang on, how many... Okay, these labels are getting annoying. Get out of here. Okay, let's just straight up hide these bones. In fact, I feel like we've probably got too many... Yeah, we've got too many edge loops in these fingers. We don't need this many... How many is this? 8. 8, that's way too much. 6 is more than enough. So as it says, trust me, after yesterday, I'm very well hydrated. I don't drank so much water today. Good. Get that water in you. Freddy says, alright, coffee break is over. Like, alright, good luck, buddy. You got this. Fighto! But yeah, I think we can collapse some of these finger sections. So if we take this part here and we just select all of these charming fellows. Actually, you know what would be easier to oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. Select all these charming fellows. You, and you. Anyways, we'll grab you two over here. And we just go collapse spot the difference. It's the same picture. Kinda. Hang on, we got a little bit of goofiness going on in here. But yeah, that saved us like 100 polygons right there. Then we can stitch that up. Alternatively, we could do the same thing for these. Alright, yeah, I think just coming down here and stitching up all these fingers will get us to the poly count we're looking for. Mizuki, welcome! Twitch really wants me to knock every time I join the stream. Well, maybe they think we... See, even Twitch thinks we make an excellent team. Now, you can knock on my door anytime you like, Mizuki. Ba 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 ba. But yeah, Mizuki, how you doing? Welcome. Have you made preparations for the heat wave? Make sure you've got lots of iced tea and water stockpiled. Collapse. Boom. Easy 100 polygons. Mizuki says, I think the description was old married couple. Yes, that's exactly what we are. Also, I've been cooking on, like, okay, so next time someone, like, why it's always YouTube, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a hit on YouTube, but Mizuki says, I rely on good old tap water for survival. Oh, that's good. Can we get a divorce? Well, I was thinking, like, next time someone in your YouTube chat asks if we're a thing, I've been trying to cook on clapbacks. I'm thinking something like, no, we don't have time in between taking turns diddling your mom, or something like that. Your mom jokes are always a hit. Collapse! Oh, I did actually... Okay, so... Did I tell you? No, I think I was halfway through telling you this story, and then I got distracted. Over on... Sancho says, good old mineral-rich tap water. I mean, it's not as rich as the Flint, Michigan tap water, but, you know, it'll do. If it ain't flammable, I don't want it. Mizuki says, it happens pretty much every time I stream with someone who has a male-sounding voice. Yeah, it's weird. Good old undrinkable tap water, my beloved. I actually, so one time on the Discord, I had someone join. I typed at them and said, hey, welcome, how you going? And the only thing they said was, are you a girl? And my response was, no. And then they immediately left. That was the whole conversation. Just joins, are you girl? No, leaves. Like, how thirsty you have to be? I also had a few people join in, and literally the only question they asked was, how do I get a girlfriend? It's like, bro, this is a McDonald's. This is a Wendy's. What are you doing? Internet's a funny place. Sancho says, oh, Sancho, welcome! How you doing, buddy? Drinking from the hose on a warm summer day. Oh, man, my childhood. I have fond childhood memories of, coming back from picking mulberries on a hot summer's day, and my mum refusing to let me in the house, taking me out the back and literally just hosing me down like a dog. To get all the mulberry juice off us. Why did you not collapse? Oh, wait, I did by distance. Boom, collapsed. Oh, oh, we're down to 70,216. This guy says, Fox, look at Discord, it's important. Okay. Okay, for context, literally just this. Major look. Just major look. Hang on, let me, can I get this so it's scaled down so we can't see the rest of the dialogue? No, I can't. You know what? Hang on. It's literally just this. Um, Mizuki says, alright, folks, how does one get a partner? Please give us a purely funny and useless advice. Oh, I mean, I do actually have some practical advice on that. Um, I don't know. I don't have anything funny. Um, get off 4chan? Oh, okay, so I promised nobody would listen to the Deltarune soundtrack after Home Odyssey, so Deltarune. I actually really struggle with being funny on command. I like to think I'm pretty good at the funnies. But as soon as someone says "be funny," it's like when someone asks you to speak, like when someone finds out you can speak Japanese or something, and they just like, um, okay, say something in Japanese, and he's like, well, "Fuck, I don't know." And then all of a sudden you can't speak Japanese. I can't do the funnies on command. Don't ask me to do this. Sancho says, Step 1, be a cute fox on the internet. Well, I mean, clearly it's not working for Mizuki. So, clearly that doesn't work. Burley says, throw money at adult site creators. Oh, yeah! Mizuki says, I hate that so much. Yes. And now you're part of the problem. How does it feel? Alright, let's, collapse those. Collapse? And I think I also want to collapse all these, because we want this edge loop here. Yeah, I'm thinking an edge loop. We want this edge loop to wrap around here, not wrap around down there. Don't worry, it makes sense in my head. Kinda. That was the lie. Oops. But not for that one. Oh, actually, yeah, we do want it to wrap around for this one. What was I thinking? Collapse. Yeah, because you're like a try there. Yeah, I gotta unpatch this first. Let's see. So we just need to do a knife tool from here. Just... Oh, hang on, actually. Let's, W, subdiv U... Hang on, wait, how's that gonna work? Oh, no. We're gonna... pick U. Yeah, I'm gonna subdiv U. Knife from U to U. Nobody says play from all chapters. I'm pretty sure this is all chapters. Also, welcome back, nobody! Scotty says, hey, nobody! Mizuki says, bothering you always feels good. Feelings mutual. See, this is why we get along so well. We have a very hate-hate relationship. It's simple. Nobody says, if you play Deltarune, play music from all chapters. Yes. Yep, this is Deltarune OST playlist, chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. I got you, fam. Mizuki says, I still want a divorce. Well, we gotta get married first. And given how uppity your community gets, when we just streaming together, I can imagine they're gonna riot when they find out about that. Mizuki says, "What about the kids?" Oh no, Scuzzy says, "They're both purple." Give me a break. Burley says, "Wait." Burley says, "Mizuki Violet lists all the Twitch partner requirements." Ugh. What about the kids? Bro's gotta cook. Mizuki says, "We've already discussed that. Fox can keep them." Yeah, free slave labor. Okay, and pull you back here. Scale you out a little. Then we turn that back on. And there we go. Now they all look the same. Excellent. And we are now at oh my goodness! Look at that! Hang on, hang on. I just gotta grab this for That's our poly count. 70,000. We're smack on 70,000 polygons. Alright, touch nothing. That's wild! Exactly 70,000 polygons. How does that happen? I'm pushing the poly limit right to the edge. We're like the plank length away from being over budget. Oh, I can't hear the music? Oh, okay, I'll fiddle with that a little. Is that better? I mean, obviously, it's in between tracks right now, so... Uh-huh. Sanctuary says, "I need to see if I could get someone in the Discord to help me optimize the Cobalt avatar I use." Oh, I'd be happy to help you. Like, now would be the perfect time for it, because, you know, I'm modeling, I've got Blender open. What do you need done? Burley says, "How about a mail order partner?" I've heard some horror stories about that. Also heard some rather charming stories about it. It needs material slots, use reduced. Oh! Huh. Okay, that's easy enough. Hang on. Where did you get this model from? Nobody says. A bit better if you don't talk. I can hear it. Sorry. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes between tracks. The Miklo Kobold from Gumroad. Okay, I'll give that a Google. It's just good music. Yeah, I see how it is. You'd rather listen to the music than me. I see how it is. Surprise. So, Sancho, have you got this opened up in Unity? If you do, it should be fairly straightforward. Like, if you have a particular skin you like for it, getting the material count pulled down in Unity should be easy enough. You don't even need to go through Blender for it. So, have you managed to get it set up in Unity yet? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, catch me in Discord sometime. We'll get you to stream, and I should be able to walk you through how to clean up the materials pretty quickly. Scuzzy says, big mean jacket. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. And this. I'm gonna keep this. Austrian, welcome! I just finished watching episode 3 out. Oh, wait. An episode of 3 hours of my favorite podcast. Oh, okay. What's the podcast? Oh, did you have a chance to watch any of that Grimdark half-off? Delito. And you two, Delito. Creepcast. Oh, I've heard of this before. Alright, let's try out the new wings. So grab U3, Shift D. Go ahead and up to there. Rename you. Wing top. And I'm not going to make the same mistake this time. I'm going to Shift D you. Bring a lot down. Oops. Up. Actually, hang on. We're going to do you first. Bring you down, because otherwise it'll be hard to see. Okay, yep, you plug into... Oops. Plug into... There? Nobody... you... yeah, Austrian, how you doing, buddy? Austrian says, I can't take it anymore, man. They did another shitty horror story, and I feel so silly in a bad way. Oh, no. Have you, have you listened to, Hang on. I'm so bad with names. I'm gonna have to turn off my camera for a second to, look up the name on my phone, because I got the podcasts, in here. Da, 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 da. Downloaded episodes. Ah, Welcome to Night Vale. Austrian, have you had a chance to listen to Welcome to Night Vale? Wait, was it Night Vale or Night Springs? Yeah, Night Vale. It's an actual podcast, so you need a podcast thing for it. Ah, well, it is very silly, goofy, but in a good way. It's kind of like a it's a bit of a horror parody, like an Eldritch horror parody series, but it's good fun. It's just good, goofy fun. It's also just one of those things you have to listen to get. I wish I could explain it better. Shifty. I quite like listening to them when I'm hiking. I mean, I still have the vid, but, you know. Yeah, I know. Sorry, nobody. Am I talking too much? Is my yapping annoying you? Am I interrupting your music? Alright, let's start with the bottom wings. Actually, let's start with naming the bottom wings. Wings bot. So this is our bot lane. And this is our top lane. Freddy says, as a heads up, you can find the first 300 episodes on the Internet Archive as a zip. Oh, I've been using a podcast. I think it's called Podcast Addict. This guy says, I hope not. How can anyone get tired hearing Fox's voice? Oh, Austin says, I'm so done with the Reddit wholesome chungus way of writing. What is that? I don't understand this reference. Fox no understand. Alright, let's get these wings in a place. Bring you lot down to here. Bring lot up. Oh shoot, we've got to bring the eyes. Dang it! Alright, we're gonna have to start over. Very inopportune time for you to mute me, Mizuki. No, nobody, it's fine. I'm just joking around. It's a-okay. I'm just teasing. Please, you don't have to go. In fact, you know, I'll turn it up so that... Hang on, I'll change the settings so that you can hear the music better over me. See, I've got this thing set up where it'll mute the music a little while I'm talking. Filters? Here we go, compressor. Okay, so let's turn this down. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, turn it down a little more. Ba 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 wa wa wa. Wa 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 wa. That's the wrong number. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Okay, that's not doing anything. Alrighty, how do I do this? Release. Wait, is the attack? No, it's not the attack. Is it? Oh, it's the threshold we want. So if I bring this up, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, so the music won't turn down as much when I talk. How's that? Nobody, are you still here? Will my PC turn on today? Stay tuned. Good luck. Yeah. Nobody. Must have bet nobody's already left, and I've done all this, but nothing. Austrian says, oh god, I will look the exact story they read on the podcast, and I will just take a fragment and share it with you. Will see. Okay. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Gets tail whipped. Oh, a double 8. Oh, nobody says it's fine. You can also play other music. I'm not listening anyways, but it's still good. Oh, wait. Okay. Anywho, what was I doing? Alright, fixing this up, because we didn't bring the eyes down. Wait, what are you... Wing top. Huh? Wait a minute. Did we in fact bring the eyes along? Wait. Wait, there's eyes here, but there's not eyes on this bottom one? How's that work? Wait a minute, something's going on here. Let's hide those. What? Alright, so it's just the bottom one that's messed up. We don't need to delete everything. Just you two. And then we can grab this, this, and this. Shift D. GZ. Happy looking nobody! Ozrin says, I was like a fucking Looney Tunes character. I couldn't help but roll my eyes. I immediately knew it was Camo. And when I looked up, or down, shit, I was upside down, so I don't really know where I had to look. But I saw him slowly climb down the ladder. Like, really slowly. What a dramatic guy. If he wasn't so obsessed with appearances, he probably could have killed me. My property is a normal part too. Huh. Mizuki says it struggled a bit, but it turned on. Yay! Do you have any idea what the issue might be? You can do a little bit of troubleshooting. I might know a thing or two about computers. Mid and top are both hidden. Alright, let's get this, the bottom wings in position first. This will also be an excellent chance for us to test it. Lassitude, welcome! Oh, Lassitude, I've been meaning to ask. You still don't have a Scrungle yet, and I really want to get you a Scrungle. So, if you're free this Thursday, I will, reserve a spot for you. But yeah, how you doing, buddy? Scott says, and I know nothing about computers. That's okay. We all got our things. Mizuki says, no idea. I think one of the parts might be slowly dying because it's 6 years old and had a ton of uptime in those 6 years. Well, if it's taking a long time to boot up, could be a hard drive issue. And that's very spooky because if your hard drive dies, sometimes it can be very difficult to recover the data. So I would probably recommend making sure you've got all your stuff backed up. Um, yeah, I definitely prioritize that. Like, yeah, make sure you got everything backed up somewhere. Okay, let's rotate these into position. Get you around there. Let's set these rotation to local. Rotate you and X. Bring you way the heck down. And then rotate you and X. Bring you all the way heckin' up. And then same thing with you. Rotate X. Bring you in like so. Rotate you and X. Rotate you and X. RX. Oh, wait, not you. You. RX. That'll do. Mizuki says, I think the only things that isn't backed up already are the settings for my model. Oh, I see. Because he says, this is my jam right here. That was kind of fire. Getting this to wrap around her cheeks is a bit difficult, but we'll figure it out. Oh, that works. He says that song was very much my vibe. That was a good song. I like that too. Good times. Huh? Oh, it's buffering. It's because it says, what's with all the music pausing after 10 seconds? Oh, it's because it's from a soundtrack. Um, a lot of these tracks are, 10-second long. Yeah, it's a video game soundtrack. It's because it says... Oh, wait, already read that. Alright, now just to bring down the back wing, or the back feathers. Come on, gimme. There we go. But yeah, Mizuki, if it's just taking a long-ass time to start up, and it's getting a little glitchy, maybe you just need a new hard drive. Hard drives are usually the first things to fail anyway. Might not need, like, a whole new rig. Although a new rig sounds like it's probably something you're after. Ike, welcome! Hello! Ike coming in with the XP test. Love to see it. This guy says, "Oh, I'm also vibing with this song." How you doing, Ike? Mizuki says, regardless of what it is, it's barely worth fixing with how bad this PC is now, just based on its parts. Yeah, but if you don't have the resources to make an upgrade, you kinda gotta work with what you got. And, so far as parts go, GPUs and RAM are the most expensive part, and from what I've heard, CPU's about to get heckin' expensive too. So, yeah, maybe... And hard drives are still relatively very much affordable. So, for now, so upgrading the hard drive, if that is the problem, is, yeah. Good sign? Kinda? In a way? Like, could be worse. Could be much worse. Okay, and we've got a bit of a gap here we need to fix up. I think we can do that by going here, rotating you up, and for the 50 bajillionth time, rearranging these these wings. So rotate this up a little more. Get you in. Oh wait, are you just clipping? Oh, you are clipping, but not what you were expecting. Take you out a bit. Take you in. Rotate. Oops. Take you in. Almost got it. Just gotta bring you two in a little. Bring you out. Almost got it. Bring you down. Bring you out. Alright. That track reminded me of Pokemon's. Man, I can think of nothing but Pokemon's right now. I might have a problem. Mizuki said, Rubo says, I love Deltarune. I can't wait for the newest drop of the How Long Till She Smiled ARG. Oh, okay. Ooh, I didn't know they had an ARG. Also, are you able to hear the music while I'm yapping now? Or, like I can mess with the settings some more if I'm, still interfering. Yeah, but it should only get a little quieter when I talk. Let me... filters... turn it down to 10, so it'll only get a little quiet. Yeah. Leave settings alone, folks, you're fine. Not fine. This guy says, and hi, Rhubarb! Rhubarb says, hi, Scuzzler! Rhubarb says, close that fountain! Huh? What? Okay, and wings top are gonna be the shawl. They'll come around the shoulders. So let's get you switched on. That was the wrong set of wings. That's the one we want. And we don't need the names anymore. They were handy before. River says the riff that happened last in the song. Oh, that's the riff for the closing of a fountain, I think. Oh. You know, if you want to play Guess That Song again, I can keep the thing open on my second screen. You don't even want to try it? Come on. Where's the body rig? Oh wait, the body rig's already active. It's just wire mode. Beautiful. Scuzzy says, anyways, I'm gonna go take a nap. Have a good rest of the stream. I might come back, but no promises. Alright. Have a wonderful nap, Scuzzy. Thank you so much for hanging out. And, don't forget to stay hydrated.
And the places that you know seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth. The promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Osrian says, Frog! Hi, Osrian! Frog! No, close. That was Don't Forget. How you doing, Osrian? Osrian says, drawing frog people. Oh, cool! Like Cthulhu? Sorry, like the Lovecraftian frog people? I know there's a couple of frog peoples in Lovecraft lore. There's a couple of frog peoples in Conan lore too. Wow, Dason's Fox brought up Conan. I only do it when you're around, Osrian. Okay, that's the new wing setup. Let's see how they look. Hide those. Oh, hang on. Let's unhide those for a second. And take you out like that. Yep, it'll be a pain to get these lined up in Unity, but I think this is doable. Go ahead and hide you again. Hide you. Hide you. Yep, that's better. Okay, so that's back feathers, and the side feathers need to be brought down on the bottom wings. Oh, Osman says, my own frog people. Ooh, do they have, like, lore about them? Are these, like, some kind of deep ones kind of thing? Oh, there's frog peoples in, George R. R. Martin's lore. They're very, very to the side, but they're very much there. And very, very eldritch. Man, I love me some good Lovecraft lore. Grab you, and you. And then you want as well. Oh man, these are always tricky to pick out. You, yep, you, and you, and you. Perfect. Let's get the bones back, because this bone here feels like it's a little bit off. Just a bit. Rotate you around like that. Flatten you out a bit. Austin says, yeah, magical testing caused a small population of semi-sapient frogs to develop. Oh, cute! Wait, are they cute? What kind of frog are these like Japanese high fantasy frog people? Or are these like Final Fantasy frog people? Or are these like Lovecraftian frog people? Because they're two very different kinds of frog people. And let's bring the mid-wings back. And we'll give the mid-wings a bit of a pose. Still don't need the names. Ozian says, well, they have inspiration from silly frog photos and the Loveland Frogman. Oh, okay. So, scary at times, but only just goofy. Oh, cool. So are they like a trickster race? And then we've got subsurfs on these that we can turn on to make the feathers all smoother for the HD remake. But that'll... Oh, that only puts us to 81. That only puts us 11,000 polys over budget. Ozian says, no, they don't have a lot of brain. They try to do things like build houses, farm, prey, and other things. Oh, okay, so they just kind of like... You know, you might like the Hivers from Kenshi. You should look those guys up. They're kind of like bug people. They build houses out of vomit, and they're very clueless. And kind of cute. Also kind of terrifying. The southern Hivers are terrifying, but the western Hivers are kind of cute. And the folk Hivers are also terrifying. But yeah. So do they rely on a lot on other people giving them pointers on how to do things? I can imagine like some well-meaning trader coming through and seeing this community of frogs trying in vain to plant seeds and just being like, it's okay, buddy. I got a cousin who's a farmer. I'll help you out. Just watch carefully. I mean, if they don't have anything to offer, like if they don't have any way they can really be exploited, and the region they're in is fairly depopulated, they might get away for a good long while, just being some goofy little creatures out in the wilderness. Like fairies. Alright, let's turn our subsurfs back down, because having the poly count not be 70k exactly is upsetting me. Wait, why are you 7,500? You were 70k before. Did I miss one of these? Oh no. Oh no, we're 500 polys over budget again. When did that happen? We can definitely bring your subdiv down. Because you're mostly hit. Oh, there we go. Osmian says, well, I mean, you can try to teach them stuff, and they have a trade route passed through their territory. The frog made houses there, and they try to trade slime made from their body. Cool rocks, bones, and also most silly tour guides. Oh! Actually, if they're living like in a swampy area, that's you know, humans have a very poor track record of settling marshlands. They usually have to drain them before they have any hope. They would actually do pretty well there, especially as like guides through marshlands for traders. Because if there's like a trade, like an ideal trade route that goes through a marshland, and roads don't stay in marshlands because they regularly flood, so any roads and paths quickly get eroded away. And it's very difficult to have people settling in marshlands. Having a bunch of frog people smack bang in the middle that can help, you know, guide merchants through. They could probably get... They could probably be pretty sustainable like that. That'd be actually pretty rad. I can see that working out for quite a while. Because it's not until, like, the Industrial Revolution when people start figuring out how to, like, fully drain marshlands. And even then, it's a huge job. Yeah, I didn't even think of settling them in marshlands. I don't imagine how much frog body slime would go for on the open market, but I don't know, maybe it has some interesting properties. I like the idea of them selling rocks. Like they look at this cool, like going up to a merchant and being like, "Hey, look at this cool rock I found," and the merchant be like, "Oh, pat pat," and it's just a regular old pebble. It's like, "Here, have 1 copper coin. Good job, buddy." And it takes it home. It's got this like this pile of cool rocks that the frogs have given him that have just no value outside of the swamp, and it's just like he doesn't have the heart to tell them that they're completely useless. Ozian says they live in the main river area where there are swamps and floodplains. The problem is that this is before the Great War, so they will go extinct later on. Oh well, nothing lasts forever. I very much dislike it when people, completely delete something from, like, world building just because it's not, like, permanently sustainable. Like, yeah, loads of, peoples and empires and species have come and gone in our world. That doesn't mean that they weren't important to our history. And they should just be discounted. Like, it's the coming and going that makes things interesting. The impermanence of it all. Okay, so that's it. Now we just gotta get onto texturing, I guess. But before we can do that, we've got to apply all our mirror modifiers, and before we can do that, we've got to, I think, maybe touch up the eyes a little? I don't know, the eyes look okay. So, what happens to the frog guys? Does someone drain their marshlands? Or, like, militaries historically have a bad track record maneuvering through swamps. Generally, they'll do everything they can to avoid them. Like, swamps, marshlands, floodplains especially are an excellent, like, the first, like, if there's a floodplain near a city that's about to get, like, sieged, the first thing they'll do is, like, open up any dikes they can and make the floodplain as floody as possible. There's actually, like, a really interesting example of where, that happened. Like, a naval power flooded the marshes around their city and then brought their navy in to attack land forces along, like, the man-made lake, or man-made sea that they just made. I forget what it was. It was one of the Starfall videos. But yeah, I think we're about as far as we can get with this. Until I've got some feedback from the client, I think we're pretty well set. Let's do a little bit more playing around with the pose. I think I'll pose up the wings a little more. Austin says, well, the Great War kind of does an ecological crisis, kind of a side effect from the main nuclear catastrophe that kills around or trillion people. Oh! Oh yeah, actually that's a good point. Frogs are very, very susceptible to pollution. They're often used as a bit of a measure of how healthy a water system is. Like, if there's lots of frogs about, it's generally considered to be a very low pollution environment, but if there's any amount of pollution, they tend to struggle quite a bit. So, yeah, I can imagine radioactive fallout would definitely do a number on frog peoples. And yeah, what era is this? Like, 1 trillion people, that's, I mean, that's a lot in any time period, but in, like, a medieval context, that's a lot. In a modern context, it's still a lot, but not as much, and then World War II context, it's a lot. Sort of. Like, in a post-industrial context, it's not, you know, as much as in a medieval context. Terrible at any scale. Oh man, my arms are hurting. Ow. Getting old. Poor old folks. Oh no, it's because I went to the gym last night. That's why my arms are hurting. Achy muscles. Got gym muscles. Well, Osrian, I think we'll wrap things up early tonight. It's, exceedingly quiet. Like, super quiet. Osrian says... Yeah, I think we'll wrap things up early. And, yeah, get back into it in a couple of days' time when it's Swingle Day. Ocean says, well, maybe other people were medieval or the Stone Age, but the main 5 nations have skyships and nuclear weapons. Ah, I see, I see. Well, sounds fascinating. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up. Hopefully I can get some feedback on the model, and we can, get this thing finished up soon. But yeah, so, tomorrow is my 1 day off a week. Wednesday, the big Wednesday, and then Thursday is Scrungle Day, so day off, and then we're back for Scrungles. Hopefully we can get last food done. We were working on Mizuki last time we came in, and so yeah. Thank you so much everyone for coming along. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. Mizuki's currently streaming, so Mizuki might make a good raid. We raided Foxy last time. There's also Koke. Oh, Ares is streaming? Oh wait, that's 80 plus. I think we'll go ahead and raid into Mizuki, who is currently playing Dying Light. Probably being very sassy while they're doing it. But yeah, let's go ahead and raid into Mizuki. And slash raid. Yeah. Yeah, another pretty quiet night. That's okay. We can have a quiet night every now and as a treat. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming along. I had a fun time. Remember, tomorrow's day off, so I won't be around, but I will be in the Discord after stream. And I will hopefully be in the Discord a bit on Wednesday. And then, yeah, Thursday is Scrungle Day. So, thank you everyone for coming along. I had a good time. I hope you did too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
There we go. Welcome in, everyone. I think everyone here knows me, but my name's Mizuki. I play Monster Hunter, Souls games, Resident Evil, and right now we're playing Dying Light. Oh, and I also play Cobblemon with Fox. The game seems to be a bit bugged though at the moment. Welcome in. How you doing? Get up! Okay. Okay. I will just...
I'm a good guy, okay? I can explain.
I'll just leave. Fox raid! I'm drawing frog people in MS Paint. That sounds fun as hell. Why are you on fire? MS Paint, it's such a goated program, right? I sometimes still use it. Then again, I don't really draw a lot. Have you watched it? Yes, I have watched Your Name. It was a while ago, though. I'm pretty cool, fox people. Frog people. Why did Your Name. Yes, I have watched it. How do I... Huh? What? Find the tunnel leading out of the slums. Ah, that one might be it. Fox people supremacy, true. Although frog people aren't bad either. Also, I feel like I shouldn't have bought a bajillion bullets. Because human enemies, they just die now. Once we spot them. Welcome to the Skyrim lockpick minigame. So I get why people cry at Your Name.